Hi, folks. I'm Grandma Wilma.
And I'm Charlotte. Welcome to Rockin' Ages.
We're going to take you on a journey through the following episodes to many centers for seniors. Centers that offer wonderful programs. Charlotte, tell us about the programs.
Like dancing, bocce ball, art, apple picking, and many more.
Do you think I'm a senior?
Yes.
Do you know what can make me happy?
Dancing.
Dancing is my passion, but any of the activities that you just mentioned and I just mentioned make me, as a senior, very happy. Join us on our journey. It's going to be a wonderful experience. And let's hit the road, Charlotte.
Come on!
I don't know where she is. I've got to find Charlotte. I don't understand that child. I'll look in the ladies' room. Charlotte! I know. I'm going to try the elevator. I bet you she went to another floor. That's my Charlotte. Hurry up. I don't know where she is. Let's go down this hall. Garbage room? Oh, I have no choice. I have to just open the door. Oh, Charlotte! No, you can't hide it. I don't know. I'm so distraught. Charlotte, I don't know where you are, but I'm going to leave you a message and you better follow my instruction. Today now is the day we're going to do improv. I have to interview the participants in the improv, Charlotte, and you have to be there because you're part of it. I'm also going to be doing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with you. I'm going to be interviewing my boss, Harvey Charlotte. I'm going to be interviewing Cheryl and Stephen, and I need you to be there. So please get here as quickly as you can, Charlotte. You know I love you, but get here, please, and I'll see you soon. Cheryl, hi. I'm so happy to be able to sit with you and talk about the history of Caldwell Residences because as my knowledge is, you've been here 29 years, you've been working for Caldwell?
I would say 29 and a little bit plus.
Okay, tell me a little bit about your history when you first began at Caldwell.
Well, I first began as a student. It was a government position for a year and I was the coordinator for the recreational programs. After a year spent at Caldwell and all the 4 different complexes, Caldwell Residences decided to take me on as a full-time person.
So tell me about some of the programs that you had when...
So we started doing a lot of intergenerational programs because we had a real interest in linking up with kids because we knew kids and seniors were a great mix. One of our programs we did was with an elementary school in the West Island and we did a choir. The kids learned their songs and the seniors learned their songs at our place here. And then we got together for the holiday period and performed concerts at the school and the kids came here to perform a holiday concert at Caldwell.
How did the seniors like that?
Beyond. It was beyond, and then it became a ritual where we had an intergenerational choral. And it was really something because the seniors got at a point where they just really wanted to give back as well. So they would also perform in different recreational senior residences as well. So that was really nice to see.
Would you say the quality of programs are great?
The quality is beyond.
I know.
Really, really amazing that the population here is so fortunate to have many amazing programs.
And they seem so happy with the newer programs that we're now in the 21st century.
That's right.
Well,
and what I think I love the most is we do home visits prior to somebody comes to live with us. And what I've overseen, and Wilma, you could vouch for yourself, is that we go sometimes to apartment buildings where people are really alienated and living really a very solitude life. And when they come to Caldwell, it's a community. And we see them shine. And there's so many people we have seen walk through our doors, and today they're just different people.
And you know, we've been to basements. In the winter, you don't see out your window because the snow is high. We've been to bug-infested places. We've been all over. And when we release them from where they're living and bring them to Caldwell, it's such a good feeling, not only for the tenant, but for you and me, isn't it?
For sure. I think that, for me, is the biggest gift of this job, is to see the people come live with us and the joy that they find from
and what evolves in their lives. Absolutely. Thank you so much, partner.
Thank you, partner.
Yes.
Hi, this is Jay Blumenstein. Welcome to Fit for Life. Today, we're going to be doing some leg exercises with Wilma. The first thing we're going to do, some calf raises. The calf are back here. All we're going to do, Wilma, you're going to stand behind the chair.
Okay.
And we're going to just come up on the toes. Come up.
Getting taller.
And come down. That's one way to do it. Up and down. Very good. The next exercise we're going to try to do, we're going to stay in the back of the leg, is for the hamstring.
Okay.
It's called the leg curl.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is we're just going to bring up that back heel and down and up and down. Very good. Now let's come around the chair. We'll do a couple more leg exercises. Now we're going to focus on the front of the leg.
Cool. Okay.
First muscles we're going to work are the quadricep muscle.
Yes.
From here, we're just going to extend the leg. And down, extend. Very good. Let's try the other leg. Extend and bend. Extend and bend. Good. And the last exercise we're going to do is we're going to do a little exercise for the hips. We're going to start with the knees forward, and we're just going to open the knees and bring them back. Open and back. One more. Open and back. So those are 4 exercises, easily done for the legs, which is very important to have strong legs. Makes it much easier to stand up.
Yes, it is for me too.
To stand up and to stay standing.
Yes, thank goodness.
This is Jay Blumenstein. Thank you for watching. Stay on the move.
Hi guys. We're here again. Steve?
Great to see you, the highlight of our week.
So nice to see you all. So Steve, why don't we start? I'm gonna have you start.
So, like always, we're gonna start with a little warm-up. Do you remember the rumor one? Where we start with a rumor and then the next person adds to the rumor. So we're remembering what everybody said and then we're adding to it. The first rumor is Joe is quitting his job and he's gonna take a yacht around the world.
Joe is quitting his job and he's going to take a trip around the world. But I don't think he's going to get there because he's taking 3 young women with him.
If he goes around the world, he might be taking extra girls with him.
Absolutely.
And I hear he also drinks a lot. They might try to do a barbecue on the yacht.
I don't know. His wife is still home. I don't know what's going to be with her because she's got the kids.
Joe's going on a trip around the world by yacht with 3 girls, a loaded bar, some weed. He's going to leave his wife at home with their 6 kids.
Joe doesn't know how to swim. Joe can't see. Joe can't get it up. So what the hell is he going on a trip around the world for?
Maybe he needs some medication to get it up.
I feel like there's maybe a heist brewing. A little robbery, maybe?
A heist. I think it's a cover-up, this whole trip. And he's having a barbecue, but he's allergic to the sun.
They said he's going to have a barbecue on the trip, and they said he's allergic to the sun, and they can't swim, and that's very bad.
Oh my goodness me. Oh my good. Did you hear this story?
I haven't heard yet, but...
A yacht, girls, barbecue, the sea, a heist. And I heard the word heist, and I'm telling you, there are diamonds all over Saint Martin. You know that place, Saint Martin? That they should watch the diamond industry there, the stores, etc. Oh my glory.
Wow, what a story.
I can't get over it.
Where's
Charlotte?
Did you know that? Oh, where is Charlotte?
Where's Charlotte?
Hey, there's Charlotte.
Charlotte, did you hear about the whole story? Okay, it's a whole story, but Stephen's going to tell you.
You know, Charlotte, Joe's going on a yacht around the world. He quit his job, and he's taken 3 girls with him, and he's also taken some weed or whatever that is, and he's also has a full bar, so he's set with that. But then there's also a heist that's happening, so he's going to take all the diamonds.
What about a gardener?
A what?
A gardener.
Oh, you need a gardener for the weed, absolutely.
From what I heard, his wife is gonna get really mad.
Bravo! Yeah. Steve, I'm so happy to be sitting down on a sofa with you, and now we're going to be able to talk just calmly and nicely. What brought you to improv in the first place?
And actually, you brought me to improv in the first place.
I did?
And you said, Steve, let's do an improv night.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
And absolutely. And I said, okay, why not? I haven't really done improv before, but let's give it a try. And we went and we did skits and scenarios, and we involved the seniors here. And it was a tremendous success. We had such a great time, and it was so successful. I said, you know what? I'm going to take an improv course.
Yes.
So I went to the Montreal Improv, did a course. And from there, the suggestion was made somehow to do an improv class.
Yes, so we got a lot of participants right away.
A lot of them were very tentative and said,
Yes.
I'm not sure if I should do, but I'm pushing myself to be here.
Yes.
Some of them were so quiet. They came out of their shell. They loved what they were doing. They laughed. They became a group, a family. And some people that didn't hardly spoke were in scenes were yelling at each other.
And a team. But I want to ask, how did you feel?
I felt it was so fulfilling. I mean, my day job is helping seniors find residences, so I work with them.
Tell me about that.
But I help seniors when they're at home and alone or need some care.
Yes.
I help them find residences to live in. So that's
that's
what I've done. I've been in the industry for about 8 years.
Yes.
But doing this is, it's a great sideline. It's just fun. You feel so great when they say this is the best afternoon of my life. So it's the most fulfilling thing that I do.
What I find is we laugh together. We laugh at ourselves, we laugh at each other. Laugh and the whole world laughs with you. Cry and you cry alone. So I'm so proud. I'm so proud of our group. And I cannot thank you enough. And God willing, hopefully, we will continue this again this coming September.
Absolutely.
Because they are dying for it. They are just so excited to have it happen again.
They really
and you are wonderful and funny. And I must say, you did most of the research on all the scenarios.
We work together, and we've been asked to do improv at other places.
Yes, we have.
Which just shows how word gets around.
We absolutely have. It's bringing happiness to seniors.
Absolutely.
And that's what we're all about.
Oh, you're absolutely right. It's
Thank
the
you
most
so
fun
much.
thing we do.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you so much. Good job.
I'm Dr. Ashok Umin, and welcome to the 360 Wellness Report. In this series, I'd like to show you how to lead a long, strong, and happy life into your 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond based on my 6 pillars of great health. Today, let's talk about the next pillar of great health, your social life. It turns out that having friends and keeping them close is critical for your survival. On the contrary, loneliness kills. In the centenarian study that looked at people living into their hundreds and beyond, it turned out that personality was one of the most critical factors in survival. There's so much more to say, but let me leave you with this. As you grow old, keep your family close if you can, and cultivate friends and friendship. They will help you to lead a long, strong, and happy life. This has been your Ounce of Prevention. I'm Dr. Umin, and join me next time for the next great pillar of health.
Harvey, hi.
Yeah,
How
hi,
are
Wilma.
you? Good
You want
to
to have
see
a
you.
chat for a minute?
I'd love to.
So come on, let's sit over here.
My pleasure. You know, Harvey, I'm so happy we're meeting now because I have a couple of questions I want to ask you. Caldwell Residences was founded when?
It was about 1976. There was a determination in the community that there was a need for some subsidized housing for our senior population.
And now you've been on the board how long?
Started in around 2010. I became president when the previous one decided to retire from that position, which he held for many, many years.
20 years. What precipitated you to accept that position? And I know you're doing it as a volunteer.
When I started getting involved with the community, it always started out with seniors. And it started with Cummings Center. My term as president of Cummings Center was over, and I was playing golf with Len Mendel, who was the president here, and he said, Harvey, would you like to join the board? I said yes. It's a satisfying job. I mean, the people here, we have 650 units. We're trying to make the quality of life better for all the people. Part of what we've done over the years is tried to increase the security here. We have cameras absolutely everywhere. And also now you see, if you haven't already taken a picture of it, all the lobbies have video screens that project all the activities that are coming up, so they have a better idea also of what's going on. The more we can do for them and provide for them and keep them happy, that's what we have to do. And I'm a senior too.
Yeah, we are
So,
seniors.
You know, so we want to make sure that we take care of ourselves as well. As a matter of fact, I have a favorite question I like to ask people. How old would you be if you didn't know how old you are?
About 24.
Okay, I put myself in my 30s.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm 79, so
Yes,
I
I
beat
know.
you. And I know you're a little bit younger, but still in the 70s. And I have to say, these are the best years of my life with the grandchildren, with working. So really, a senior at any age can be young in the head. If you think young, you will feel young. This is my philosophy. Well, we're blessed to have you, Harvey.
Thank you.
Hi, welcome to Tech Tips with Julie. I'm Julie, and today we're going to be talking about batteries. Your devices all have batteries, and they need to be recharged on a regular basis is ideal. You can charge your batteries overnight so that when you wake up in the morning, you have a full day of use. Another way to prolong the life of your battery is by reducing the brightness on your screen. You can turn off Bluetooth, and you can also simply use your device less frequently. Batteries, like anything, don't last forever, and they can be replaced for a much less expensive price than replacing your whole device. Now that you're loaded up with information, I'll see you next time.
So we're all sitting here informally, and I'd love to hear from each and every one of you, whoever wants to share your experience here. I'll start with you, Phyllis, for example. What made you come to Caldwell Residences?
I was living in a 3.5 with my son. I did that for a couple of years. And then I decided I want to be on my own.
So how did you make the break, and what brought you to Caldwell?
It was very hard for me to make the break. My mother used to live in HB2, so I came and I filled out an application, and I got in pretty much right away.
That's wonderful. How's your experience? How do you find life here?
Terrific. There's so many activities. You don't get bored, and I made friends.
Wonderful. That's great, Phyllis. And may you continue to live here many, many more years and be part of Caldwell and all its activities and benefits. Rhonda, do you have anything you want to quickly say? I know you said you moved.
Like how I came in here is because I was living in a very fancy building with my late mother in Côte Saint-Luc. I lived 27 years with her, and then she passed away, and I moved into a smaller apartment in the same building, and then I lost a job, and I landed in a very bad situation. I couldn't afford to live there anymore, and somebody said, go to the Jewish Family Services, and I didn't want to go, but I did go, and they got me in right away, and I love it here. I'm here almost 12 years, and I said, it's like a hotel.
Financially, I just couldn't afford to live the way I was living. And so I came, made an application, and I think I waited 2 months. I love it here. I truly do. I've made some wonderful acquaintances, and we laugh and we love it.
And Alan, do you thank you, Marilyn. What precipitated you to move here?
Well, I took care of my mother in Côte Saint-Luc for 12 years.
Were you her caregiver?
As a
Alan?
caregiver. You know, being a caregiver for a long time,
yes.
I didn't really have a life. I was taking care of my mother. And so the first couple of months, it was very stressful here, and then it got better. But what I did was I did all the activities.
Yes, you
I
did.
played bingo, and I did
you
everything here.
I moved in here 3 years ago, and when I retired at the age of 65, I had heard about this residence. And I came, and there was a list like this. I had to wait 2 years. That's how popular this residence is. I love this place. I like my apartment. I like the maintenance. I like the people in the building. But the most important thing that we are safe here, we're secure here, and we are so lucky, because a lot of us, we're not given inheritances. A lot of us are either widows or, like myself, divorced. We had to make our own way. And this is my family now. My family is I only have 2 people left, blood,
You're passionate about
Passionate,
Caldwell.
and
one of the reasons we're doing the seniors program is we want seniors all over,
To be
not
safe.
just at Caldwell, but all over, to know that there's a lot that's being offered, and you'll see
Right
that in the
here.
program. Alan,
Yeah.
you're from the CTA. That's called the Caldwell Terrace Apartments, which was the first building. So when we did a home visit, Alan had a big turtle.
Yeah,
You
oh,
still
yeah.
have the turtle?
Still have them.
Oh, God bless.
Yeah.
So you came in as a young gentleman. You
Yeah.
still are.
I was 58.
How did you feel?
At first, I wasn't too sure because I don't like it was a big change for me. I was moving from a palatial 3.5.
But it was a big apartment.
Oh yeah, it was like I had to have a chauffeur drive me from my bedroom to my living room. The day I moved in, as soon as my brother and sister and my family left, I unpacked everything. I was up till 3 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
And I slept like a baby. The one thing that got me was the quiet. Because
Quiet?
Côte St. Luc is a nice, quiet area. The one thing I really like about living in a place like that is the familial atmosphere. There was one day when lunch was they were late serving lunch. So I was sitting on a couch, and there were a bunch of people sitting around, and one woman came over to me and she said, "Why are you sitting over there? Why don't you come join us?"
That was Heidi, I
Yeah.
bet. Uh-huh.
She said, "My name's Heidi. This is Mike. That's Alan." By the end of the half an hour, I had made like 5 or 6 new friends.
You like Caldwell, Pearl Ann?
I was also in Côte St. Luc in a 3.5 room apartment. It was a large apartment, and that's why I found the apartment here a little restrictive, but in terms of size, but it was a lot less expensive, obviously. It was based on my current income, which had dropped.
I find in hearing all of your comments, there is a commonality here, and I'm going to express it. The commonality is connection. So it relieves the isolation. I'm summing it up with just mentioning all that you, ladies and gentlemen, have talked about. There is a common bond between everything that you've said. Thank you all.
It's a pleasure.
I love you.
And thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna start playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. We're gonna kind of play as 2 different teams. So this group is gonna answer the first question, and then next we're gonna move on to you guys for the next question and go up.
Team unknown. A very eccentric person is often described as being quote unquote nutty as a
Fruitcake.
Fruitcake.
all right. C, fruitcake. Final answer?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. That's $100.
Yeah. Okay.
Team
Poutine. I like that.
For $200. Which of these
You
is a
can't see.
surprise or disappointment? A, bombshell. B, eggshell. C, seashell. Or D, tortoiseshell?
A.
Eggshell?
You're
Eggshell?
all gonna say A?
Yeah, I vote for that.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah! Yeah! In your face!
Great, we're going up to 1,000.
Coming up. Take it
Oh, okay. Let's see if you'll get it.
Okay. Team fruitcake.
We can't.
What is the name of the tissue surrounding the root of the hair?
D.
A,
Follicle.
D, follicle.
Follicle.
Final answer?
Follicle.
That is correct.
So you're learning something
We have
too.
more than you do, Wilma.
Team Poutine, are you ready for $32,000?
Yes.
You'll get this.
Carrots are a.
Carrots
Oh, I know
are
this
a
one.
particularly good source of which vitamin? A, vitamin A. B, vitamin D.
Vitamin E.
C, vitamin E. Or D, vitamin K.
I think vitamin A.
Vitamin A.
I'll
Final
go.
answer?
I guess.
That is correct.
Oh yeah! In your face!
Okay, for $1 million, which of these British universities is the oldest? A, Cambridge. B, Exeter. C, Reading. Or D, Birmingham. We have our
Okay,
answers locked
okay.
in. Team Fruitcake said D, Birmingham. This team said
A, Cambridge.
Let's find out in 3, 2.
Oh, we all won. We all won. Wow. So what did you think of improv?
It was super fun.
What did you think of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Well, we want to be a millionaire, plus we won, so.
Yes, we did win, and thanks for watching.
And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Keep rocking!
Yay!